The Eastern Conference in the NBA has become loaded, with the Celtics, the Bucks, and the Heat being legitimate title contenders, each having made the finals in the last 3 seasons. But the Sixers have been in that mix as well for 4 years now, with different iterations competing for supremacy out east. Adding James Harden from Brooklyn in a mid-season problem-for-problem swap was supposed to tilt the odds in their favor, but various injuries to Joel Embiid and a nagging Harden hamstring, potentially caused by himself, shut the door in the second round. And while winning actions or decisions haven't exactly been associated with James Harden, he did just take a massive $14 million pay cut so the Sixers can build a championship roster. Hello and welcome to AJM in the AM. I'm Anthony Mero, episode 19. Before I start, I just wanted to say thank you for our first 100 subs. Pretty awesome to hit a small milestone, so just tons of thanks to all 100 of y'all. Alright, back to Harden. He's been a terror for franchises the last 2 seasons. It was well documented how he basically sabotaged games in Houston to show his displeasure. Just look at the game logs. He first came to training camp severely overweight. The internet roasted him for it, but being out of shape wasn't enough to force the Rockets' hand. He continued to perform at an MVP level, so the Rockets slept on his trade request. So then he decided to just stop playing well, fight with his teammates in the locker room, then just outright disrespect his teammates, declaring they were just not good enough. This forced him out of Houston and he made his way to Brooklyn, but those weight issues reared their head as he suffered from hamstring problems for the rest of the season, and may have been a primary reason why he was less than 100% for that Bucks series. This past season, Harden followed the same steps he did to get out of Houston to escape Brooklyn, as issues came up with the Kyrie Irving vaccination drama, the organization's hard then very soft stance on Kyrie, added with an untimely Kevin Durant injury, and then Harden got what he wanted. But treating his body as a leverage tool against his team led to more hamstring problems and another second-round exit to a title contender. So winning decisions, positive team building, and culture building haven't been synonymous with James Harden in the slightest, until now. This $14 million pay cut allowed the Sixers to overpay PJ Tucker to bring some real leadership to that Sixers locker room. With the Sixers not really getting that from their coach, Doc Rivers to me is one of the most overrated coaches in NBA history, but we can touch on that another day. But what they've lacked in leadership and grit, they paid 3 years and $33 million for now in PJ, who also brings tough defense and elite three-point shooting, especially from the corner. That pay cut also opened up some cap for Daniel House, a solid 3-and-D rotation player. This pay cut also has the potential to rebuild Harden's reputation after the damage he did to it in Houston and again in Brooklyn. If he balls out and leads the Sixers to a deep playoff run, maybe the conference finals, the finals, or even less likely a championship, Harden's next potentially last contract will almost assuredly be a max deal. Before I go on, if you like the content, please hit that subscribe button to join the Ant Colony and like the video. It helps our channel a ton. Besides reassembling the Houston Rockets and Philly, this decision shows a revised commitment to a team. If Harden comes into training camp in shape, this could be the first full season in multiple years now for the Beard to play without an extra burden on his body, which could mean the hamstring problems are behind him. With a healthy and committed Harden, potentially playing at levels close to his Houston days, even his best Brooklyn days were elite. With the new role players in PJ, DeAnthony Melton and House, an improved Tyrese Maxey, and hopefully a full season, including postseason, of MVP level play from Joel Embiid, the Sixers can join the Celtics, Heat, and Bucks as legitimate title contenders. As always, thank you for watching. I appreciate it every time. And as promised, for hitting our first 100 subs this Sunday around 5 p.m., I'll have a live stream to talk about the state of the Knicks with my brother, maybe get into some other teams in our incoherent ramblings. But thanks again, and I will see you on Sunday.